Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana. Some few hours ago, Dennis Itumbi, taking to his social media accounts, had this to say. Dennis Itumbi, sharing the warmth of UDA. Then Itumbi shares that photo there of UDA chairman Johnston Muthama with Sabina Chege. Yes, that's Dennis Itumbi some few hours ago. And the mere fact that Dennis Itumbi is actually posting this and sharing a photo of Sabina Chege with Johnston Muthama, Dennis Itumbi wants to achieve a specific political agenda and objective. And the objective is simple. Dennis Itumbi is trying to create a perception that Sabina Chege is heading towards UDA. Yes. And for some days now, there have been such kind of rumors that actually Sabina Chege was on her way to UDA. Those have been the speculations and rumors for some days now. And these rumors actually did not start today. For those who have been keenly following politics on the mountain, last year, there were so many rumors that Sabina Chege was actually on her way to joining William Ruto. That was last year. And then in the recent days, such rumors have also surfaced only. But the interesting thing about this again, the same Dennis Itumbi, about 3 days ago, alleged that Sabina Chege, Kanini Kega, and Jarama Kioni were the people being used by the government to actually buy very strong UDA aspirants and UDA politicians so that they could actually dump William Ruto for Jubilee. That was Dennis Itumbi. And then today again, Dennis Itumbi is trying to insinuate that actually now Sabina Chege might be warming towards UDA. Yes, that to me is some kind of a doublespeak or just propaganda. And I've actually checked with Sabina Chege's social media accounts. Sabina Chege was actually today in Narok with the Olekina campaigning for Raila Amolo Odinga. And actually, Sabina Chege shared that photo there. From the photo you can see that dress Sabina Chege is actually wearing is the actual dress she's wearing when she's also with Muthama. So it's an indication that maybe these two leaders, Muthama and Sabina Chege, might have met at an airport. And you know, these politicians are not enemies. They can meet somewhere and they can just talk. They can just have a chat. They might have just bumped on one another, maybe at the airport. Because, you know, today, William Ruto and his team were in Mombasa. There was also another team that was in Western. So they might have met with Johnston Muthama, while Johnston Muthama and maybe that team were heading towards the coast. Yeah, that's a very likely possibility here. So it shows clearly how disparate UDA is actually, it shows clearly how disparate UDA is. UDA all along they've built their political mileage on creating false perception, on propaganda. First of all, William Ruto came up with this whole thing of hustler. And William Ruto, with the help of the local media, was trying to create a perception that now all hustlers in Kenya were supporting William Ruto's bid. And at one point, Kenyans actually started believing that now William Ruto had a very big support across the country amongst the poor. That was the kind of a perception William Ruto some months back was trying to create, and he was largely succeeding. So if you look at William Ruto's brand of politics and UDA, they always thrive on creating false perception. And this is why I strongly believe that even on the mountain, William Ruto's popularity is actually being overrated and is seriously being overrated. And in the coming few months, I think the reality on the mountain will actually manifest itself. Earlier today, Rigathi Gachagua, Ndindi Nyoro and Anne Waiguru were in Kirinyaga for their campaigns, and actually they were being booed. Residents of Kirinyaga were actually heckling them, disapproving their politics, and residents were telling them clearly it's Jubilee. And then some few days ago, about 50 other coordinators in Kirinyaga County dumped order for Jubilee. And we have also been seeing some major defections from William Ruto to Jubilee. And all these things are not actually being highlighted. But in the event, maybe, or rather in case, Oda gets maybe an aspirant, they actually magnify it to come out as if now the whole mountain is now pro-William Ruto. And one thing on the mountain, I strongly believe, ladies and gentlemen, that the support William Ruto is currently enjoying on the mountain, that is a borrowed support. That is a support that when Uhuru Kenyatta will actually hit the ground running on the mountain, William Ruto most likely will lose that support. That is something I'm saying with a lot of confidence. And I'm saying that because all along, William Ruto has been campaigning on the mountain. The president has not started his campaigns on the mountain. So if the president will actually step foot there, things will just change automatically, or rather naturally. So back to Dennis Itumbi's post, rather with this photo. Dennis Itumbi here, I tend to believe they have actually identified Sabina Chege. Wamemzoea sasa. Yes, wamemzoea Sabina Chege. Let me put it this way. I think initially, maybe Sabina Chege might have even had that thought of actually crossing over to UDA. That was some maybe many months back, maybe last year. But I think now Sabina Chege might have actually changed her mind, and now she's fully in Jubilee Party. And that is the sad reality. Maybe Dennis Itumbi and the UDA brigade, they don't want to accept that reality. They don't want to accept that actually Sabina Chege is now firmly and fully in Azimio. That is sad reality. Actually, these leaders don't want to accept. And the mere fact that they are really training their guns on Sabina Chege also just shows how Sabina Chege might actually, maybe they actually recognize Sabina Chege's influence. You know, Sabina Chege, if she is on your side, she gives it her all. So William Ruto and his team, they know that if they connect somebody like Sabina Chege, then actually they will boost their political campaign, and it will create a perception that now the mountain is actually pro-William Ruto. That's also what I tend to believe is actually happening here. And then largely, even before I conclude, it's also a clear indication of the fierce battle to control the mountain. William Ruto and his brigade, President Uhuru Kenyatta and his team, these two camps are really doing all they can to actually control the mountain vote. As it is today, the mountain vote is appearing to be slippery. It's turning out to be a battleground. William Ruto is not guaranteed of that mountain vote. The side of the president, currently they are also not guaranteed of that vote. But as time goes by, I can just project to see clearly that the mountain will finally go with the side of the president. And I'm saying that because our politics is largely ethnic-based. So this post of today just shows another propaganda by Dennis Itumbi to cheat Kenyans. And actually upon Dennis Itumbi posting this, if you go through the comments, some UDA supporters actually now believed that Sabina Chege is actually crossing over to UDA. And even from the comments, you could now see some commenting as if now Sabina Chege is fully in UDA. So these are just some kind of gimmicks and propaganda. Dennis Itumbi and largely UDA, William Ruto and his brigade, these are the kind of politics they have all along been playing. But their popularity might not actually be the way they are actually trying to project it. William Ruto's popularity might be far much way below what the local media and what UDA itself is trying to portray. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did indicate when we were starting, in case you've bumped here for the very first time and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.